Hello everybody and welcome back to Paleo Springs State Park and welcome back to our Morrison Formation mini-series here. So we're filling in this little gap here next to the Brontosaurus habitat, and I really wanted to utilize one of the smaller dinosaurs. My initial idea was to build this bridge here, and I ended up copying it over to the other side where we have a walkway going across, wrapping around this entire habitat here. And I initially wanted these dinosaurs to be able to walk underneath and have it be small enough where only they could walk in and out of this section, and they could wander out into the larger quote-unquote open space where the Brontosauruses are. I ended up not doing that because Creativo's been releasing, or Blue Meridian rather, the dev team has been releasing a lot of information about their ontogeny, their baby dinosaurs, baby animals coming to the game in April. And with that, I actually mentioned in my previous video that I released on the February dev diary that I feel like these baby dinosaurs, these baby animals, are really going to change how a lot of people create their habitats, their exhibits. Because if you imagine, something as large as a Brontosaurus or a Brachiosaurus, or something like that, even Tyrannosaurus Rex, and you scale that down to a super small little tiny size, the scale of a baby Brontosaurus or a Potosaurus, whatever, is way smaller, exponentially smaller than the full-grown adult is. So I feel like we're gonna have to go back and revamp a lot of the exhibits and kind of revisit them to see can the babies escape, because the Brontosaurus exhibit, for example, I didn't build to spec for baby dinosaurs. I'm pretty sure they could escape in a couple of places. So we're going to have to go back through and check that whenever they release that dev diary, which right now, or not dev diary, that update, which right now looks to be in April from what I've heard. But yeah, so this is a quick little exhibit. So we're actually building for, I don't believe I said it already, but we are building for the Dryosaurus. And this is one of my favorite dinosaurs in the game. I say that probably about every single one of these dinosaurs in the game. But this one here is one of my favorite dinosaurs in the game, specifically because I have an attachment to it from when I was a kid and I played Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, or JPOG for those of you that know that game very well and have skimmed online about that game. It is now defunct. It was not made by Blue Meridian, but it was made by a company that I always confuse for Blue Meridian, which is called Blue Fang. They are now a defunct company. They don't exist anymore. But yeah, that game was awesome. It was a park simulation building management type game like this, but set in the Jurassic Park universe, kind of similar to Jurassic World Evolution 1 or 2, or maybe the third one that's coming out, who knows. But I remember as a kid, that game really stuck with me, and for the longest time there wasn't anything like that for a really, really long time. And so I actually remember when Jurassic World Evolution 1 came out, and I had some friends in college at the time who were super thrilled. They were also big dino nerds like I was, and they were on the same page with me of this was the first thing that we got that was even remotely similar to JPOG, and that game was awesome. I have thoughts about the second game, and I'm sure I will have thoughts about the third game whenever that comes out. We will probably be playing that on the channel. I don't know if I'll end up playing Jurassic World 2 on this channel though, but if you would like to see that, definitely let me know in the comments, and maybe we'll make a park. Maybe we'll see that, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here. One of the reasons why I love the Dryosaurus is that's one of the very first dinosaurs that you get, that you can get in JPOG, in that original game. And in that game, they had a like unbelievably neon green skin that these dinosaurs had. And in this game, I don't know if it's a direct reference to JPOG, but the developers of this game actually created a green skin. Now, did Dryosaurus have a green skin in real life? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I don't know if there is enough evidence out there to support one way or another. It's very hard to know what kind of coloration dinosaurs or prehistoric animals like that would have had in the past, just because of the melanin can break down at those age ranges that, you know, dinosaurs or prehistoric animals of that time would have. And so it's kind of hard to know. But you can see me here. I'm putting signs up there that are that green skin, and I do end up adding one in here that is that classic JPOG green skin that they have in the game. But I really like that that Prehistoric Kingdom kind of broke the mold when it came to Dryosaurus and introduced some other variations of it. And I think in Jurassic World Evolution 1 and 2, I don't really remember what the Dryosaurus looked like. Maybe it was a green skin, I don't know, but it wasn't as green as, you know, that classic JPOG skin was. But anyway, I think that I really like that Prehistoric Kingdom introduced a lot of different variations to it, two more specifically to be factual with it. One of them is a feathered skin, and I initially, when I played this game, was a huge fan of that feathered kind of skin there. The more I play with this species, though, in this game, the more and more I actually start to like the very first skin, the one that we're using the majority of here in this exhibit, which is that brown tan skin that kind of blends in with the foliage in the woods there. So as I mentioned in my last episode with Brontosaurus, during this time in the Jurassic time period, there wasn't grass. Grass did not first come around or first become ubiquitous in environments until around like 70 million years ago, which was the late Jurassic, and really into the Cretaceous, and then of course into our modern Cenozoic period. And for more information about that, I will actually link below to a really good video by this girl on YouTube called Lindsay Nicole. She did a whole series on the history of Earth, the different eras of life here on Earth. And so it's a really great series. It's a really long watch, but if you've got the time, definitely check it out. This is where I'm getting a lot of my information from for this time period. So yeah, we end up getting rid of most of the grass, if not all the grass here in this enclosure, because again, during this time in the Jurassic, there wasn't really any grass. And so I know it threw a lot of you for a loop, and I got comments on it for the last video that I made with the Brontosaurus, but yeah, no grass. So what we end up doing here, you'll see in the foliage part of this speed build, is we do it pretty bare bones. This is a more forested area. We will be revisiting again the Brontosaurus habitat, because you all did make some really good points about the density of the trees in there, and how with those big giant sauropods, there likely wouldn't be as many trees standing in that forest there. And you are absolutely correct. That was my bad, putting that many trees in there. Again, I did it mostly for aesthetic purposes, but yeah, we'll go back and revisit that, and we'll clear that out here. We're not going to do it in today's video, but we may have a video coming out soon where we just sort of revisit a lot of the habitats and enclosures in the park, and just sort of see what we can change and what can be revamped there. But yeah, so right here, I add in the pre-made info screens here in the game. So some of you, if you've been keeping up with the channel, will know that my computer has been having problems, and I actually had to reset Windows entirely now. I have a new CPU cooler. For those of you that don't know PCs or computers, it's a water cooling system, or for those of you that do, it's an AIO. Just if anybody cares. I don't know that anybody does, but if you do care, it's an AIO. It's a really nice one. I had one for about 7 years, and it ended up crapping out on me this past, actually when I was recording the Brontosaurus video, interestingly enough. So yeah, that's fixed now. Now I'm running into problems where my GPU, my graphics card, is getting really, really hot. So that's fun. We're still having problems, but it's fine. It's stable enough where I can actually record videos though for you guys and get this content out to you. Yeah, really excited about this build and really happy to have my computer back. Some stuff to look for coming up. We're probably going to be putting a few videos on 2 Point Museum that actually just came out yesterday, I think, as of recording this, or as of you watching it. I think it came out like Tuesday of this week, the 1st or something like that. Yeah, so we're going to be putting some videos on the channel for that, so definitely check those out. But do not fear, Paleo Springs is not going anywhere. We are going to be keeping the videos rolling for it. And I'm also going to be potentially, I'm thinking about right now, I don't know if I actually will. We'll see what happens. I'm thinking about making another park in Prehistoric Kingdom, and I have a really cool idea for it, but we'll see what happens. So all this foliage that is going in here, I actually have to dial it back a bit. Once you get to the live play, you'll see what I mean. But yeah, I have to dial it back here just a touch because it ends up being too much for the Dryosaurus when I put them in there, when I put them in this habitat. And yeah, they end up not liking it really as much. But this is where I'm going to leave it off, and we're going to jump into the live play here in just a couple of seconds with a special surprise coming up for you in the live play. So stick around, again, just a couple seconds. Stick around for that. All right, everybody, so we are back here in the live play now, and I really like how this little exhibit turned out. It is pretty much a little exhibit. Technically, though, it's like 3,000 square meters, so it is bigger than most of the exhibits in here, but I think that's okay. Also, I don't know if anybody noticed, wow, the LOD, okay. Yeah, Blue Meridian, if you guys are watching this, your loading distance, the LOD, I'm not that far away. That's pretty crazy. But anyway, getting back to it. Yeah, so this is also my ADD. So this is our very first melanistic dinosaur. So we have our albino Megaloceros now. And again, this is complete roll of the dice happenstance. This is our first melanistic dinosaur, and that is super, super cool. I'm super pleased with that. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of the melanistic and albino dinosaurs or animals in general. I think that they're cool and all, but the creators out there that go out of their way to solely have exhibits with just albino and just melanistic, I think are in the same realm of people that just catch shiny Pokemon. You know, they have it for the clout kind of thing. But I really like the other colors here. I really like this color, the sort of more natural color here. But I also am, of course, partial to the green. The green is classic in my mind. You know, as a original JPOG fan, the green in my mind, when I think of Dryosaurus, this is what it looks like. So yeah, super awesome. Really loved this build. Again, super quick, just putting it out there. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is pretty much where I'm gonna leave it off here. Oh, quickly, I also did add this little stream here. So I noticed that the Dryosaurus, when they were swimming across, they were actually swimming across. So this little creek, river here, whatever you want to call it, is technically too deep for them. So they actually have to sort of swim across this middle part here. And I thought it would be nice just to provide them another way. Not that they really utilize it per se, but just to provide them a little other way here. A way across the river, and also the keepers too, just to provide them another way to get across as well. This will be probably one of the first exhibits that gets baby dinosaurs when update 14 comes out, so definitely be on the look for that. If you did not watch my dev diary breakdown of the February dev diary, they show off the baby Dryosaurus in there, so definitely go check that out if you haven't already. But like I was saying, this is where I'm going to leave off my video. So again, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. There are a million things you could have been doing today, and you chose to spend a little bit of that time here with me and watch me build this awesome little exhibit. So thank you again for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Take care for now.